class. Today, in science class, we're going to learn about physical and chemical changes. So first, we're going to talk about physical properties. Physical properties are things that you can touch, or see, or smell. During a physical change, these properties are going to be altered, but the substance is always going to stay the same. So, if I have a piece of paper and I change its shape or size by tearing it apart, I still have paper, so it was a physical change. Other clues that you have a physical change are a change in color, a change in size, like if you took a piece of cake away, a change in the smell or the odor, and a change in state. So if you have an ice cube and it melts, or water and it freezes. Now, chemical changes are a little bit more complex. A chemical property of a substance refers to its ability to form a completely new substance. So during a chemical change, you're going to start out with a couple substances, maybe like eggs and milk and sugar, and then you mix it all together, put it in the oven, and it forms a cupcake. So it's a completely new substance. You can never get those original ingredients out of it again. Other clues that you have a chemical change are, again, a color change and the formation of bubbles. So bubbles mean, even though it looks like you have a liquid, the bubbles mean a gas is formed. So you have a new substance in the form of a gas. So today we're going to use the scientific method that we've learned before and do two experiments to demonstrate the difference between a chemical and a physical change. So first, we're going to take this glass of water and I'm going to add a few drops of food coloring to it. So first, you guys are going to write down in your notebooks a hypothesis or prediction of if this is going to be a chemical or a physical change and what's going to happen. Okay? So here we go. As I'm doing this, write down observations that you have of what's happening to the water. Alright. So, what are some observations? Right, there was a color change. Now, that can be either a physical or a chemical change. So what do you guys think? Right, it's a physical change because we still only have water in here. There's no new substance forming. Okay, so for experiment 2, I'm going to take a teaspoon of baking soda and put it in this glass, and then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of vinegar. Write down a hypothesis for what you think is going to happen. And is it going to be physical or chemical change? Okay, so here we go. Write down your observations as I'm doing this. What's going on here? Okay, so what are your observations? Right, there's a color change and there are lots of bubbles. So is this a chemical or a physical change? Well, we got color and bubbles under chemical change. So, yep, it's a chemical change. So these bubbles, when you mix baking soda and vinegar, form carbon dioxide bubbles. So that is what's happening here. All these bubbles mean carbon dioxide is formed. So just to recap, when we have a physical change, the original substance you start with doesn't change. Only its physical properties change. You always have that substance. For a chemical change, you will always get a completely new substance. So, thank you.